Hi, my name is Rana. I am a sound engineer and a music educator. Welcome to my series of Learn Music Theory, and today I am going to help you learn the basics of music theory. So, if you're ever wondering how to read and understand a piece of music, this series will help you. Now let me remind you that this tutorial is for those who are very beginners and for those who have zero knowledge about the theory of music. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Welcome to part 3. Today, I will teach you some tips on how to read notes. Again, from the part 1 of this series, we talked about staves and types of notes. A whole note looks like this and it gets 4 beats. A half note looks like this and it gets 2 beats. A dotted half note gets 3 beats. A quarter note gets 1 beat. And a quaver gets half of the beat. You can always go back and review the previous lessons. A stave has 5 lines. Between the lines is what we call space. So basically, 5 lines make 4 spaces. If we put a note on a staff like this, on a treble clef, and more notes going up, on the piano or a keyboard, this is where you play and then go up. On the other hand, in the bass clef, this note and more notes going down will be from here going down. By the way, as you press the keys to the left, the pitch becomes lower. And as you press the keys to the right, the pitch becomes higher. First, let me show you your finger numbers. Thumbs are finger number 1. Both indexes are number 2. Middle are number 3, ring fingers are number 4, and little fingers are number 5. Please observe which finger must play specific notes. Here's how you place your hands on your keyboard. Now let's go back to the middle C. Middle C on the treble clef is found here. Middle C as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note. Let's hear how it sounds. Our speed is 90 BPM.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next note is D. On the piano, it is the next note to C. And on the stave, it is the note above middle C. So here it is. A whole note D, a half note D, a quarter note D, and an eighth note D.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next is E. On the piano, it is the note after D. And on the stave, it is the note above D. And to easily recognize it, it is on the first line of the stave.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next is F. On the stave, it is the note above E, and to easily recognize it, F is the note on the first space.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Next is G. On the stave, it is the note above F, and to easily recognize it, it's the note that lies on the second line.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just a quick recap, here are your 5 letters at your right in the treble clef. Remember, middle C on the treble clef is here. On the bass clef, middle C is found here. Middle C as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note.
1, 2, 3, 4.
B as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A on the line as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note.
1, 2, 3, 4.
G in the space as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And finally, F as a whole note, as a half note, as a quarter note, and as an eighth note.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A quick recap, here are your 5 letters at your left on the bass clef. I guess you are now ready to play a simple tune. Remember how to place your fingers on your keyboard. Now, if you are having a hard time remembering the letters, you can write them on a piece of paper, draw the notes yourself so you can easily remember them. The first tune is for the right hand treble clef. The next is for the left hand bass clef. And the third one is for both right and left. Before the song starts, there will be 4 clicks or count in to guide you so we can start at the same time. Have a great time and remember to be patient.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.